Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here, back with another guide for Final Fantasy XVI. This time I'm going to show you how to take down Hugo Kupka in Rosaria Keep. Okay, so he has this big rope-a-dope attack where he will go side to side twice, and then back up a third time, and then do an actual attack at you, so don't spam your dodge button, let him go back and forth. Once he moves backward, that's when you want to get ready to dodge. Sledgehammer is a really fast attack. He can use it at pretty much any range, so as soon as you see the name Sledgehammer show up on your screen, get ready to dodge. This whole first phase of the fight is really just about learning his regular physical attacks, because this fight actually gets a lot harder when the boss gets to about 75-65% HP, which you're going to see in a little while. So here's the rope-a-dope attack. He goes back and forth, and then he attacks on the third one. For some reason, he didn't go backwards there, maybe because I was already too close. But we got him down to about 50% will, and then we're going to use Deadly Embrace to bring him down. And then my mission here is to just drop his will as far as I can get it, as early as possible. This way I can get a full stun on him, and then I'll be able to deal a whole lot more damage to him. So I have Rook's Gambit at this point in the game leveled up to level 3, so it's dealing a lot more damage than before. It's a really, really powerful ability. Unfortunately, leveling it up doesn't seem to expand the window in which you can use it. It just expands the amount of damage and will damage that it does. But here we have Hugo down on his knees with a full stun. So now I'm just laying into him with absolutely everything I have. Don't be afraid to blow your limit breaks at this point. However, if you have the muscle memory of mashing up on the D-pad to have Torgal sick a boss while you're doing this, you don't have Torgal in this fight, so you're going to be just spamming potions, and you don't want to do that. So just be very careful with your muscle memory. Like I said, when the boss gets to about 65-70% HP, Phase 2 begins on the lower level, and now you have to deal with Hugo in his biggest form. So you can see here, he dives into the ground, and then a big circle AoE shows up. Just run out of that, and Hugo's fist is going to come out of it. He has a decent recovery out of that, so you are able to get some good damage on him after he does it. This parry, completely accidental. I did not know that there was going to be a follow-up attack there, but just get ready to dodge that attack twice. Again, my parries in this game are completely accidental. I never do them on purpose. I'm never fishing for them, but I always manage to get them. Landslide just sends out a beam on the ground towards you. Fairly easy to get out of. It's not really worth precision dodging there because he's so far away, and he's just going to end up, just sliding towards you anyway. When you see him put his fists in front of his face and just sort of shield himself, I'm going to show you in a little bit, but what you want to do there is you want to charge up a magic attack, and that will break the shield. Tumult right there is an attack that will cause him to emit shock waves from the ground. Those can be jumped over. Strip Mine it looks a lot scarier than it is. All you gotta do is just get behind him. However, getting behind him is really only possible if you were close to him at the start of the attack. And you're gonna see that towards the end when he starts doing some really crazy stuff. I'm not able to dodge it. So for that, I believe you can jump it. I believe you can jump Strip Mine. I just wasn't able to land it myself. But it seems like the only real course of action against that attack if you're not immediately right or super close immediately when he starts it. So just try to jump it in case you're far. All right, so here he's putting up his fists again. I use a charged magic attack to guard break him. I'm sure you could probably just hit him over and over and it's more damage based, but one charged shot of wind magic seemed to do the trick, so just go for that. Geo Crush again is just the big fist coming out of the ground. Relying on the dodge button in this game to get out of AoE is a bit of a mistake. You always want to run out of the big ones. You can sometimes dodge out of the smaller ones, but dodging really, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like it's going to work that well. So there you saw that I jumped over him using Tumult or during Tumult, and what you can actually do is if you have the ability unlocked that allows you to actually jump on enemies, that will allow you to skirt around the entire thing and then just keep doing falling attacks and get a decent amount of damage. But we have Hugo fully stunned here, so I'm going to lay into him with absolutely everything I have. using Flames of Rebirth, able to refill all of my gray health. Super helpful to save me on potions. Then, of course, use Aerial Blast to create this tornado. Just deals a ton of ticking damage. Pop the Limit Break. Use everything you have. Use the Limit Break every single time you get a stun. It's really, really helpful. So Torment is this huge ability where Hugo's going to start hopping around the arena, and then he will start lifting up the ground. So you want to be very careful with that. He has really big fists now. During Torment, it's this big flurry of attacks. It does a whole bunch of stuff. When you see the hands spinning, he's going to shoot them out like bullets, so kind of funny. Easy to dodge, though. But the big one is what happens the third time. You're going to be very careful there. And then this is all still Torment here. This is all still Torment. There's so much going on. But at the end of Torment, you have Earth and Fury, where he's got this huge AoE attack. Again, it's scarier than it looks. Just get out of the big ring on the ground and you'll be okay. And then he has a pretty decent recovery time on this, so you're going to be able to get some decent damage on him. You know, just try to break his will as best you can. Using Judgment Bolt, that drops it like 25%, so it's pretty good to just lay into him at that point. Treat it like a stun. Treat it, you know, like he's just on his knees, because he really is. All right, again, at 50% will, we use Deadly Embrace to pull him down, get some more will damage on him, and then keep going. He keeps this Rope-a-Dope. Landslide comes out a bit faster in this phase, so you got to be really ready for that. Now he has these big punches here. He's going to follow it up with a kick now in phase 3, so just be very careful with that. Earthen Fist is this big clap attack. You can just run away from it. It's not that bad. He does have a big recovery on it, so you can get some free damage after he does it. I don't recommend really trying to like get behind him or anything for that. Force of Land, this is the attack I was talking about before, where I think you're probably just better off jumping over it, and then you'll be able to avoid that damage. Upheaval, again, now he's just chaining all these attacks together. It gets really, really crazy at this stage of the fight. Any of those AoE things, any time where you see the ground underneath you is completely covered in the room and there's not an ounce or a piece of land that is not covered, those are the attacks you want to jump over, including those big rings. So just make use of the jump button during this attack or during this fight, and you'll be okay. So we have Hugo down to about 50% HP, about 10% HP. So I'm really just trying to do what I can to get everything out of him. This way I don't have to deal with these attacks anymore. As you saw there, he was about to use Strip Mine again. I was able to stun him out of it and then, you know, get him fully staggered, but you should jump over that attack or jump in place. This way you jump over the shockwave. That should help out. I don't see any other way to deal with that attack, but I did eat it both times it happened. So if jumping doesn't work, I'm not really sure what will. So jumping just seems to be the thing that has to work there. But that's it. That's Hugo Kupka. Really cool cutscenes after this. So just sit back and relax and enjoy about 20 minutes of storytelling after this. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. If you're looking for more guides for Final Fantasy XVI, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the join button below this video. You can also leave a super thanks by clicking the heart icon below this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and join my Discord. The links for those are in the description below. As always, I'm SweetJohnnyCage. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.